Word, son. What do you do, YouTube? It's your boy Jay Divine. Alright, man, before we get into this video, make sure to hit the like button, comment, subscribe, share the word, spread the links, because you know how I do. If you haven't already, when you hit that subscribe button, click the bell icon so you're notified every time I upload. Without further ado, let's get into it. Alright, man, so, I don't think I've talked about Superstar Mode on Madden 24, so if you haven't already, man, make sure you sit back, chill, take a pee break, pause the video, get you some popcorn, because you know how I do. Without further ado, let's get into it. So, first things first, ladies and gentlemen, one of the biggest turnoffs for me with story mode, well, we'll get into that as well, but the biggest turnoff to me was every single time you guys bring back a mode, y'all always fall short. If not just falling short, you fall short completely. Like, you guys always find a way to somehow, dare I say, nerf this mode coming back where it's not the same mode and it don't hit the same, you know what I mean? So one thing that I didn't like was the whole idea that, like, you only are set to a quarterback, running back, wide receiver, or some form of a DB, whether it's a safety or a corner or a free safety or a strong safety or some form of a DB, but you're only relegated to those positions, and that's the part that I don't like. I don't like the whole idea that, like, you only want us to play on these specific modes. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you want us to play Superstar to, you know, be able to take him and go into the 3v3 PvP thing, if you want us to do that, that's totally fine. But at the same as that time, Superstar mode was a mode, well, of course it was single player at the time, but Superstar was a mode where you created a player and whatever position you wanted him at, you pretty much created that person, put him in that position, and then you built him all the way up to go to the Hall of Fame. And then once you made it to the Hall of Fame, then, you know, rinse and repeat. So the fact that you only have these said positions, it kind of takes away at the, dare I say, nostalgia of Superstar mode. And I get it, we all got to get with the times, but the same as that time, Superstar mode wasn't built that way, and I really feel like y'all should have kept that. So yeah, so that's a con for me, so I'm not feeling that. Next thing, I don't really too much care for the, you know, the aesthetics. You know, it is what it is. There's nothing really changing about that, but I don't really too much care for the story mode. I just don't care. You know what I mean? Like, again, you're trying to fit a narrative with this player, and you're somewhat making it linear, but at the same as that time, you're kind of not allowing us the freedom to do what we want to do. Because again, you know, we're only relegated to these specific positions. We can't do nothing outside of what you give us. So, you know, the fact that you're trying to make it linear, that's not the same as Superstar mode. It's just not the same, you know what I mean? And, you know, when you tell people you're bringing back a specific mode, people are going to remember certain aspects of that mode, and then when they get to it, it's like, well, damn, all right, well, what is this now? Like, you know, so it makes the hype for it die down immediately when you see what they did to it. So aside from that, you got the story mode, and then of course, you know, the sapient technology does not complement these player models outside of actual equipment that they have on. Like, some of the player models that you see walking with your player, they look awkward. They look compressed looking. Like, they don't have no kind of, like, it don't look like an actual, like, human body. You know what I mean? Like, go look at 2K. Like, go look at some gameplay of 2K, or you playing my player, and look at the player models on that, and then go back and look at the player models during this story mode. You know what I'm saying? It looks very funny looking. You know, they look compressed, like they need to go to a chiropractor and do that thing where they stretch their neck and pop in certain angles of their body. You know what I mean? That's what it look like they need. They look super compressed. So you got that. Then of course, you know, you got Chad Ochocinco in there. He makes an appearance, and they got him crazy black on there. Like, he looked blue black. I don't know why they got him so dark on here. I don't think he's that black, but it just seems like they don't put no hue of brown on him. He just looks black. You know what I mean? And of course, Chad Johnson's dark skinned, but damn, dude, like, could y'all put some kind of hue on him? Like, damn, like, y'all colorblind or something? What's going on with that? So next thing, of course, you got Prime in there. So you got Deion Sanders that's in there, and of course they get his face scan in there and his actual voice. So that's cool, you know what I'm saying? But again, they look awkward. The face scan is cool, but the whole body and the sapient technology, it didn't compliment nobody in this game. If you're not on the field wearing actual, like, pads and got on, like, cleats and have a whole uniform on, it's going to look awkward in other scenes. So Moving forward from that, you got the draft combine. Now, the draft combine was cool. The bench pressing I thought was kind of cool. I'm glad they brought that back because I was very reminiscent of, the Madden 07 when it came to the PS3 and 360, the Madden 08 and the Madden 09. We used to do the little trainer, the little mini games and stuff like that. So you had that. And then the 40-yard dash it's weird. It's very, very weird, but whatever. What can you say? If it's some of the drills they have you do, depending on whatever position you're playing, it's kind of reminiscent to what they do in the combine. So the combine it's cool. It's all right. But aside from all of that, the biggest takeaway that I didn't like, and this is what made me literally just not want to pick Superstar mode up. And y'all can see I'm nitpicking. Y'all can say whatever y'all want, but this is why I stopped playing it. I stopped playing it when I saw that you can pick your own plays. I didn't like that. From playing games like, I'll give you one, NCAA 09, right? Whenever you had a campus legend, or whenever you played Madden 09 and you had a superstar, the coaches always called plays for you. On NCAA 09 or one of the NCAAs, you had to go up a tree. So like, say for example, if you was like a 4th string quarterback, right, or a halfback, you had to go through position. Well, you had to go to practice, do good in practice, and then you had to win position battles, and you had to go all the way up this tree. And each tree or each part in the tree had a perk to it. So say for example, you made it all the way to 1st string, right? After you beat all the position battles, you aren't able to call any players or able to change any plays until you get to this next perk where you get the coach's trust. Now they're allowing you to call extra plays, but you only get 5 uses, or you're able to flip plays now, or you're able to get 15 different extra calls, or whatever the case is. But you had like incentive to go to practice, play in practice, and do great in practice, so the coach will trust you. But immediately, as soon as you get on the field, you're able to run any play that you want. So as a halfback, you're not being told what play you're running. You can literally make all your plays run plays if you wanted to. All the pass plays, you can make them go to you if you wanted to. And it just breaks immersion. And if you know me, if you've been on this channel long enough, you know that immersion is a key thing to me. And then, like I said, if you compare this mode to what we had back in the day, this just falls short. It's not fun. You know what I mean? You can say playing as a corner is fun, and I'm pretty sure it has its time whenever it is fun, but that to me isn't fun. Like, if I can call my own plays and not have this like I said, this tree or this level of coach trust that I have to gain, and then I get these specific abilities while I do that, then I don't want to play it, because it's just pretty much I can cater it only to me, and it just seems very disingenuous. And I don't want to play a mode that allows me to do that, and I can just do whatever I want. I don't want that. And see, that's where Superstar mode falls for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no reason for me to play a mode where I dictate every single thing that they do, from the play call to what we run to all the adjustments. Like, I don't know. Like, let me at least work up a tree and gain the coach's trust to be able to do that. You know what I mean? Without that, then what's the point of playing Superstar mode? I understand you want us to take that player, build him up, and then take him to the 3v3, but what if I don't want to play 3v3? What if I just want to play regular Superstar? You have to factor that in for that kind of a player, because true enough, there are players that wanted Superstar mode back but don't care for the 3v3. Then, there's the inverse of that as well. But y'all didn't account for that. Y'all just made it to where you go in here, you play this mode. We want you to pretty much run through this mode quick as you can, build them up as best and fast as you can, so you can take them on the 3v3 and play other people. That's pretty much what your whole thing about adding Superstar mode was. That was like the stepping stone of going to go play 3v3. And I don't like that. You know what I'm saying? That just shows how much careful consideration you guys have when y'all are bringing these modes back. Y'all try to bring the drills back like on some nostalgia, Madden 2002, 2003 type stuff, and make it seem like, oh yeah, we remember y'all like this mode, so we brought it back. But when y'all do bring stuff back again, y'all always fall short, and it shows. So Superstar mode is a no-go for me. It's a no. I haven't touched it since the time y'all saw this recording. This is like months back. From the time y'all saw this recording right here, I haven't touched it since, because like I said, what killed it for me was the fact that I can call my own everything in the play. On the team. I can call anything that I want, run anything I want, make this change, make that change, audible to whatever. I can do whatever I want, and I don't like that. Immersion is a big thing for me, pause, and it's a big thing for a lot of people, pause again. You know what I'm saying? But I genuinely feel like Superstar Mode could have been better, but you guys didn't take the time to consider what Superstar Mode was really about. In turn, this is what we got. And I'm not feeling it, and I don't too much care for it, so I'm just not gonna touch the mode. I don't care for it. You guys, y'all had a poor execution, and it could have been better, but it's obvious where you guys had your mindset set to elsewhere. So it's obvious that you guys didn't really care. So neither do I. I'm not touching the mode, and I'm just gonna go about my day about it. But let me know what y'all think in the comment section down below. I'm going to get up out of here. Appreciate the love, support y'all for showing the videos, man, most definitely. Make sure you hit the like button, comment, subscribe, share the word, spread the links, because you know how I do. But I'm going to get up out of here, man. It's your boy Jay Divine, and I'm signing out. Peace.